Hi, welcome to Leap Taken. This is Mika. Here at Leap Taken, I talk about all things witchy, craft related, law of attraction, manifesting, esoteric, and everything else in between. And today I just wanted to do a video to talk a little bit about what I was talking about in my video, Goddesses Only, No Gods. So, in that video, I had been talking about, wanting to open myself up to a relationship with a god or gods, if need be, and how I had struggled with sort of bridging that gap because of the dogma from, organized religion and so forth and so on, and possibly even to non-existent relationships with men, in my formative years. So here we are, a full 24 hours and some change later, and a very interesting thing happened to me today. So what I didn't talk about was I actually took it a step further. Of course, I was very open and candid about my struggles, but I'm not one to just, complain and talk about a struggle and not want to resolve it. So I did. I basically did a meditation, I did a reading where I opened myself up to that masculine energy, that God energy. And guess what? I got an answer. One, I got confirmation and validation through my tarot reading that I did. I was feeling pretty positive about that. And also, fun story time. So this morning, I'm working in the front of my house, so I decided to change up my writing space. Although I had a dedicated room that I had been working in, it wasn't really working out for me in that room. I felt closed off, and I, which when you're writing and doing any sort of creative work, you need you need to feel comfortable. You need a space where you feel inspired to create. So being out in the main part of the house helps with me. This is not the first time I did this. I'm one of those people. I'm like that. I tend to like to be in the center of the home. Anyway, so because I'm in the center of the home, I'm up front. I can see the door. So I'm, it's in the morning. I just finished my cup of tea and I'm setting up for, seeing what I need to do, checking emails, so forth and so on. Next thing I know, I hear the door handle click. Then I go look and I see the door handle moving. So we have an alarm, security alarm and all that, the camera, the whole 9 yards. So I'm freaking out because I'm like, the door is locked, but who is trying to open my door? That's bold, right? So I go and run to the window. I can see the door from the window, one of the windows here. So I go look and I check, and it's a dog. It's a very big dog. The dog was trying to open the door to come into my house. I am not exaggerating. I FaceTimed my husband so he could see this because I could not be alone in this process. Someone else needed to witness what I was going through. And the dog, so I'm banging on the window to the dog saying, "Hey, what are you doing? What are you doing?" And the dog, he's, very cool. I say he because I don't know, but anyway, the dog looks up at me and it's like really relaxed and calm, like, I'm home, let me in. Obviously, the dog got loose, probably is familiar, with the neighborhood. I'm sure it's someone's pet, and he came up to the door because it's similar to their door. He's at the wrong house on the wrong street. Anyway, funny, but I if I had opened the door, I don't think I would have been attacked or anything like that. I think what would have probably threw me off, it wouldn't have mattered, is if the door had been for some reason unlocked and the dog came in and I'm sitting here and the dog just walks in. Now that would have been a different scenario because I don't know if I would have recouped from this shock of it all. But anyway, what does any of this have to do with a god, right? Literally, I invited the presence of masculine energy in. And whether or not the sex of the dog, it's not about that. The point is, what I experienced, because the dog was very calm. I want to be very clear. This dog was not angry, not in attack mode, never barked once, didn't scratch, didn't do anything aggressive. So the energy that the dog was showing is like hey, like I'm home, almost as if I called the dog over and said, come on home, come in. And that's what they were trying to do. And when you get signs, because nothing like that. First of all, I've never seen this dog that I realize, at least loose. We usually don't have animals running loose in this community. It's a brand new community, all new housing, new development. Um, I took that as a sign, a symbolism on the nth degree of basically, you know, let me in. Now, it doesn't mean I literally should have opened the door and let the dog in. That's not what this is about. But it's a signal to me because it's such a strange occurrence to have happened, and it was almost comical when I realized what was happening. Someone's trained their dog to open the door to come in. Think about that. But anyway, to open the front door. What I took from that, what I will take from this is that, okay, you call, I'm answering, you know, and I'll soon enough it'll be revealed, which God, or we can get into, all that sort of stuff, the archetype and all that of who's reaching out. But the point is, I feel answered. I feel like when I sent that energy out, it was received and it's been answered. And what better way to demonstrate that by using a dog? My experiences working with multiple goddesses, usually it's so subtle. There's usually something more feminine to it. I don't feel like a goddess would have sent me. I had feathers on my doorstep before. There were feathers, white feathers. And I felt like that was, certain messaging. I had asked something, and then I had gotten an answer in the form of a white feather just sitting on my mat outside my door, my welcome mat of white feather. There were several of them actually, but the one that was directly on my mat, that was very telling to me. And so when you get these signs and things from the universe, or spirit, or from a god or a goddess, pay attention. Sometimes a thing is just a thing. There's nothing more to it than what it is. I think we can all agree. But there are other times it is something deeper. It holds value, it holds a meaning, and it's up to you to figure out what that is based on current events and what's happening. I know for a fact I just sent out this request, this offering, you know, for a connection, and I felt like it was answered. So of course I'll do another reading, and I just felt like the whole, well, that one, oh, ice machine. Yeah, so I'm in a dining area, so I'm near the kitchen. Anyway, but I just felt like the whole situation to me has masculine energy all over it. Um, I had talked about protection and things like that. So it's, to me, it's just like a reminder. Dogs are known as protectors, mostly. I mean, companions and all that. But a lot of people, something happens, you get nervous. People live alone, they get a dog. Something, the dog is protective, right? So that, since I said those things, it's interesting that that would happen. So anyway, I don't take it for granted. I don't believe in coincidences. I believe in synchronicity, and I know that that was a necessary message to me based off the information, the things that I have been talking about that I shared here, but I was really feeling in my heart and my spirit. So here we are. I feel like I'm embarking on another journey. There's a certain trust level here now. Anyway, it just feels really good, and I just kind of wanted to give an update to that because it was so odd the way that that happened. I didn't know you can train a dog to open a door. The and I don't have a knob like that. It's more of a latch, I guess. Yeah, it's like the kind you pull down to open a door. It's not a knob. So yeah, the dog knew how to use his head, or I don't know if it bit. I couldn't see what it was doing by the time I got to the window. The dog heard me and looked at the window like, "Hey, you gonna let me in?" Just calmly, like, "I'm home." Anyway, but thank you for watching. I tell you, I am never surprised. Well, no, I'm always surprised, but I'm never bored. I always find a way to stay enchanted with practicing the way that I do. Uh, it always when you have these moments, it makes it worthwhile while you practice these little unexpected moments and things like that. When you get signs and symbols that can only mean, what you were talking about before as some sort of validation or some sort of answer to something you might have asked. It's so worth it. It's just worth it. So, thanks for watching. Again, I hope I'm inspiring others out there. If you're just getting like just weird stuff that why would a dog try to open your door? And you don't have a dog, right? Stuff like that. Hey, maybe pause for a second and think maybe this means a little bit more than just that. So thanks for watching. This is Mika Lee Taken. Go ahead, like the video if you've enjoyed it, and subscribe if you haven't subscribed. And thank you if you have.